Hello!
Hi.
Hi, we're finally here at the Unimeet Welcome Evening. So great to have you with us. This last couple of years, we had this welcome evening at the World Culture Museum. But now, because of the pandemic, we have this online event, and we're happy that you're with us online at home instead of being here. And my name is Anton.
I'm Susanna.
And we will be your host this evening. And Susanna, you have a computer
Yes,
in front of you?
I do. And that is because you can write us questions in the chat. There will be some panels. And if you have anything to say, any input, anything you want to ask them, just write it here and I will read it aloud.
Exactly. If there's tons of questions, we may not have time to read them all. But if there's anything you want to share with us in the chat, do it and we will see it.
Yeah.
So we have a great program for you this evening. It's filled with a lot of different things. And you see it here beside us. We have, like Susanna said, we have some panel talks about coming to Gothenburg as a student and working here. And also a panel about typical Swedish behavior and the Swedish culture. And we're also going to get some personal tips from international students and researchers. The My Top 5, as you see in the program in a couple of places. And also a quiz a little later on.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the quiz with nice prizes also for the first and the runner-up. First, the winner and the runner-up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But first, we are not always standing in front of cameras like this, greeting you into different welcome evenings. That's not all we do.
No.
Me and Susanna also do improv theater. So we thought, let's start the show with a little bit of an improv game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first improv game we're going to do here tonight is basically me. I'm going to talk about the history of Gothenburg.
Yeah.
And whenever Susanna wants me to change something, she's going to say, nope, nope. And I have to change what I just said to something else, make a new choice. So let's try it out, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. So the history of Gothenburg. The history of Gothenburg is a very long and great history.
Nope.
It's a short history.
Nope.
There is a media.
Nope.
We don't have a history. Gothenburg is a secret city. Yes, apparently. It's a secret city. It was founded in secrecy. Nope. It was founded underground.
Nope.
It was founded in the air.
Nope.
It was founded on the moon.
Nope.
It was never founded at all. It was found. It was just there. Gothenburg has always been here. People just came to this place, and people walked slowly in.
Nope.
People swam. People swam to Gothenburg. People were swimming. Some people were swimming, and they came up on and they dove down.
Nope.
They went by boat. They came by boat. Many people came by boat to this beautiful harbor of Gothenburg.
Nope.
To this horrible harbor of Gothenburg.
Nope.
To a small, tiny.
Nope.
They just jumped ashore and they said, "Oh, Gothenburg."
Yeah.
That's where they said, "Oh, Gothenburg, we're here." And the funny thing is, Gothenburg, the cities in Gothenburg are they're built out of mud.
Nope.
They're built out of stone.
Nope.
They're grass buildings. Yes, they're made out of grass. And for centuries, the grass has hardened.
Nope.
The grass blew away in the wind. And then the buildings just disappeared. And then the Gothenburg people realized we have to build stronger buildings. Yeah, so they started building stone buildings,
Nope.
Wooden buildings.
Nope.
They built it out of snow. Yes, the igloos. The first igloos were Gothenburg igloos. Apparently. The first igloos were Gothenburg igloos. And the Gothenburg people were very proud of the igloos. Nope. They didn't like the igloos. Nope. It was very cold in the igloos. So they heated the igloos, and the igloos melted. And there were no more igloos. So no grass buildings, no igloos. What we're going to do?
Nope.
They were proud of this moment.
Nope.
They said, we have a new idea.
Yeah.
Let's build a city full of trams. Full of trams. Let's live in the trams. And people lived in the trams for many years. Until just recently, they moved out. and lived in buildings outside the trams?
Nope.
Under the trams?
Nope.
Over the trams? Yes, the trams went into tunnels instead. Basically just one tunnel right now,
Yeah.
but there will be more tunnels. And that's really sort of how the history of Gothenburg has proceeded. That's not the end of the history of Gothenburg. More history to come. You're part of this new history that we now call the future.
Yes, thank you, Anton.
Thank you, thank you. You are the future of Gothenburg. The history of Gothenburg is not exactly what I told, but if you're interested, you can probably look it up at the beautiful library of Gothenburg. That's a great tip from me. Okay, so this is our little welcome to you, but there are more people who want to welcome you to this evening. And we have a special welcoming from the University of Gothenburg and Chalmers. They're not here live to welcome you, but they sent us a video to give you a special welcome. Let's watch it.
Hi everybody, Stefan and I are extremely happy to welcome our international talent to our both universities. We hope that you will have a good time here. We know that there is a pandemic going on, but I'm really comfortable that you will feel happy here in our city. And I think that in these times, our international relations are more important than ever.
So based on what Eva just said, it's of course also our pleasure to welcome you to this welcoming event. This is a collaboration between our two universities, the Trade and Industry Group and the City of Gothenburg, because as Eva said, we are very happy that you come to our two universities. We look forward to having you there. But it's also important to remember you are also important to the City of Gothenburg and to developing our city. And we are so happy that you decided to attend this event.
So now you're here in Gothenburg. I would like to share some memories with you, because I have experienced the same thing that you are doing now. Coming to a country and coming to a new environment and a new city. I was brought up in Italy, and I made my undergraduate studies in Rome at La Sapienza, the University of La Sapienza. But I also wanted to experience how it was to study in Sweden. I'm a Swedish citizen. So it was a new thing for me to experience the student life in my own country. I understand what you're going through, and I know that this is so exciting.
So as a student, I didn't take the opportunity to study abroad, but I did spend a period as visiting professor in Grenoble, France. And it's fantastic to explore and learn a new city. So when you're now here in Gothenburg, please take the opportunity to explore the city of Gothenburg and see what it has to offer you. It's in many respects a small city, but it certainly do contain a lot of interesting things to look at.
So now you're here and you can explore this beautiful city. And I think you should take the opportunity to go and visit the botanical garden, which has many international flowers and other flora. And I think that you will enjoy the Japanese garden. So go to the botanical garden. That's my suggestion. What do you think, Stefan?
There are many such places. There are many parks. There is a cozy and fairly small city center. There is the city district of Haga, and when the weather becoming better in the spring, why not a tour to the archipelago? It's really some fantastic islands there with a fantastic nature. So take the opportunity, look around, and you will find your favorite spots, I'm sure.
Thank you, Eva Wiberg and Stefan Bengtsson from University of Gothenburg and Chalmers for that welcoming. So now we will introduce you to Menti. So Menti is a webpage that we will use a couple of times during this evening to be able to interact with you in different ways. We're going to start now with you going to menti.com. And when you go to that homepage, either on your phone or a computer, you're going to be prompted to log in with a code. And that code should be shown in the window on your screen, and it also here behind us. And I will tell you now also, it's 1948258. And so you're going to log in there, and be asked this question. And what is the first Menti question?
It is, what country are you from?
Exactly. So it's a way for us to be able to see and get some information from you. Either you're not here, but the first one popping up, India.
Italy.
Italy. Ooh. India. One more. More from Italy. Where are you from?
Sweden.
Yeah. Oh,
China.
Spain,
Finland.
Germany, Brazil.
USA.
France, USA, Finland. We said
Turkey.
Turkey.
Portugal. Yeah.
Turkey, Brazil,
Have you
Italy.
been to any of these countries?
Yes, I've been to France. I've been to Germany. They're moving around. The countries are moving around.
Greece.
Mozambique, Pakistan, Malta, China, Chile.
I
see
feel like
also.
this is what the Eurovision would be like if it was a worldwide
Yeah,
organization,
this is
program.
wonderful.
I love it.
And so the bigger they are on the screen, the more people have chosen that country or typed in that country. So we see there are a lot of viewers here from India, Germany, China, France, Pakistan, Spain is growing, France. It's almost like a competition.
Yeah.
Who's growing more? Pakistan is coming up good. France, Spain is getting closer. China is France, India. Russia came in.
Mozambique is getting bigger.
Mozambique is getting bigger also. Greece, Portugal is new. Iran, Turkey, Ghana is also new. Bangladesh, Malta, I said. Wow.
Yeah.
What a beautiful array of countries we have.
I love it.
Yeah, that's great. All of you, again, welcome. Oh, now they moved again. I see it in the back of my... Thank you. So beautiful. And Menti, we're going to use Menti later on in the evening as well. Example for the quiz. And now we are going to go to our to get some tips. And if you have tips, because we're going to show you tips, my top 5, for example, we're going to show you, and we may give you tips. But if you have tips about Gothenburg, maybe places you've been or interesting things that you want to show and share with others, we want you to use the hashtag Unimeet sharing. So use the hashtag Unimeet sharing in your social media whenever you're at a place you want to say, oh, look at this, come to this place. This is a great cafe, or this is a wonderful park, or whatever it is. So use that hashtag, and we're going to remind you about that hashtag during the evening.
Yes.
Okay, so now it's time for our first top 5 tips. And this is from Jingxi. So, thank you, Jingxi.
Hi, my name is Jingxi. I'm a researcher working at Chalmers University. I am from China, and I have been living in Gothenburg for 2.5 years. So here are my 5 top things you can do in a Sunday morning in Gothenburg.
Okay, so where are we now, Jingxi?
So now we are at Fysiken. So if you are up to sport Sunday morning, here's a very nice place to go, where they offer all kinds of gym training. So you can do personal training, group training, and sports like basketball, volleyball, badminton. So yeah, it's a very nice place.
So this is a beautiful place. Where are we now?
Yeah, so now we are in a district of Masstugget.
Yeah.
And here actually we're on the top of the hill of Masstugget. And here you can really have a nice view of the city.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and also here you have the Masstugget church you can visit. So I can really recommend that on a Sunday morning you walk here up to the hill and while eating breakfast, and you can take the view of the city. Yeah.
Yeah. And have your breakfast fly away. So now we're right here in the middle of the city, right between the Götaplatsen and Kungsportsplatsen. And so where are we going now?
Yeah, so now we are going to this Trädgårdsföreningen, where we can take a very nice walk in the garden and take a look at different type of plants and flowers. So shall we go now? So now we are in front of this Rosen Cafe, And if you are in this garden, you need to come to this place for breakfast.
Ah.
Yeah, because while you have breakfast, you are surrounded by this a lot beautiful flowers. It's a really nice feeling, and especially in spring, when the roses are blooming, it's really, really beautiful here.
So now we're at this beautiful, colorful place. And this is where? Where are we?
Yeah, so now we are at the Museum of World Culture. It's a good place to visit when it's a rainy day. And here you learn culture of Gothenburg, Sweden, and also the world. And they always have some interesting exhibition showing here. I remember last time when I was here, they have an exhibition about an object that's from people's house. And each of the objects, for example, like a mug, have a very interesting story behind. And I think today they have something different to show. So shall we check it out?
Hi, absolutely.
Okay,
Let's
let's
go.
go.
Yeah. Thank you, Yingxi, for those tips. And more tips to come later in the evening. But now it's time for our first panel. So this panel is about sort of the experience of coming here to study and work. And if you have questions at all during the evening or for this panel, you can always write them in the chat, and Susanna will catch them on the computer, and we will see if we can fit them in during the panel or after. So now I would like to introduce this new panel, and we have Karen, we have Sashit, and Lean. So very welcome. So my first question to all of you is sort of, you came here for studies or maybe for work, but what did you came here for? When you first came to Sweden for the first time, what was the reason you came here? To study something or to work or?
Yeah, I came the first time during my bachelor's. I did an exchange program for 6 months, and that's how I arrived first to Gothenburg.
Yeah.
And it was, I was looking for a bachelor, like a program that was more likely to the one I had in Mexico, and how I ended up in Chalmers.
Okay.
But then I really liked the course that I was taking, and I took some other subjects from other program, which is engineering mathematics, and I really like it. And then I decided to apply for the master.
Okay, I see. And Sanjit?
For me, like automotive was my interest. So I came to Sweden just by chance, I would say. One of my friend was in Chalmers. He recommended me to come here, but then I was not sure about the opportunities, I would say. But this was as a backup option for me. Yeah. So I just landed up here, like Sweden choosing me. So that's what happened to me.
You didn't choose Sweden, Sweden chose.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very nice.
So yeah, I study automotive here. So
okay. And Ling?
Yes, I also came as a 1-year Erasmus exchange. I had my mind set on Scandinavia in general, but again, Gothenburg chose me. Yeah.
Nice. So, what would you say is there any difference? And if there are any difference, what is the difference between studying here in Sweden and studying in, for example, your home country? Is there any differences?
Yes, I would say I was used to have between 5 and 7 subjects by semester, and it was a lot of workload for that. And then here in Chalmers, I think generally in Sweden you have like 4 subjects per semester, which allows you to finish your assignments and also look for yourself if you want to look for an extra activities for you or to read the extra lectures that you have to complement the classes, and also allows you to have extra time for doing extra. Time. Yes, exactly.
Okay. And Sanjit, was that your experience as well?
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot more industry oriented, like you are very close to the industries. So you get for us, the assignments were directly from all the companies, like real life examples. So then you get used to the industry soon after the studies. So that's kind of very good for me.
So it's not as theoretical.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more practically connected to what you're actually going to do later.
Exactly.
After
yeah, so it's quite not you need a training, you just jump into the job
Oh, yeah.
So that's quite of good here.
And Lin,
Yeah, I also experienced a lot the same as what Karen said. But also, I feel the professors and teachers are a lot more approachable here,
Okay.
which is not a bad thing to where I come from, but it has certain advantages, and it made it. In certain ways, it allowed me to get more out of the course because there was more of a direct feedback, which was sometimes interesting.
more of an exchange between
Yeah.
you and the
Yeah,
professors. And
it was less of a I am imparting this wisdom onto you, and more of a let's make something together out of this course. That was interesting for me.
more collaborative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's interesting. So, is there? You've all been studying here for a while, a little bit, and have you started to work in Sweden as well? Karen, what's?
Yeah, I was doing my master for 2 years. I finished in 2019, and then I started to work at Chalmers too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Sanchi?
I had an opportunity to do an internship at Scania while I was studying for my first year. And then after my automotive degree, I get a chance to work at Volvo Trucks.
Yeah.
And during my thesis, I get a chance to work at Volvo Cars. So it's all the Swedish experience I have. So
Yeah.
it's kind of plus for me.
Yeah.
So it's quite good. Yeah.
Nice. And then you also.
Yeah, I was here for 1 year as an exchange, but then I went back to my home country.
Yeah.
Started missing Gothenburg and decided to to look for a job back in Sweden after finishing my master's.
Okay.
So I'm working here now.
Nice. And switching over from studying here to working here, what is your experience there? Is it different compared to your home countries? Also, you said the differences in the studying, sort of being more collaborative or more free time. Is there differences in when you go into the industries that you work in as well?
Yes, well, I didn't have a chance to work after my studies because I came directly to Sweden. But I was looking in my last semester for a job, and it was quite hard to try to find a position where you do some research and development because there are no such departments in the industries. They are not so common like here in Gothenburg that you have so many companies that are having direct collaboration with the universities. That is quite a big advantage.
Okay.
Well, I would say I was quite lucky. I got soon after my thesis last year in July. So that was through CHAM, the event that we held at Chalmers. So I worked for 1 year, and then the industry is quite good. What I felt was like you're allowed to make mistakes and learn from it. So it's not like you can keep on learning, but you still have to do your responsible task on the go. And also I feel the teamwork is quite a lot of valued here. So you can rely on your team quite a lot. If you don't know if you're stuck somewhere. So instead of spending time on yourself, like doing it by yourself, maybe go to the team and take a help, and it's quite solved quickly. So that's the key here.
And it's not frowned upon to not solve it yourself. It's
exactly.
You should take advantage of your team.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel back from my country. It's quite less scope to make mistakes compared to here. So it's quite free, and then they don't look you up on like you're less knowledgeable or something.
Okay.
That's good.
That's a plus. Yeah. And Lenny, what's your?
I'm mostly happy with the work-life balance that I'm able to have here in Sweden. I think that's
the best part.
Yeah, I would say so.
Sort of the same as the studies there, sort of the balancing of having free time. Is that what you're saying, or
being able to not how do I say, not to live for your work but work to live? Kind of thing. There's a lot of respect for that. There's a lot of personal freedoms besides work responsibilities that you get. I really appreciate.
So, is there any sort of challenges that you've faced coming here as a student, or switching over and then finding a job here or in your job, and sort of your experience of that? Something been difficult coming to Sweden as a student? Is there something that you, or has everything been great?
Yeah, that's what I feel. So Gothenburg has been really great.
Everything's been great.
So I really like the place, the Gothenburg city, and the Chalmers.
Yeah.
So it's really good place, I would say. Only in the dark, then you're lost.
It gets very dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we actually have a question from Maria in the chat.
Nice.
How did you adapt to the climate and having less hours of light?
I'm still adapting.
That is a good question.
We're still adapting to
You're
it.
still adapting to it.
Yes.
Is it any strategies to?
I learned start with vitamin D pills early on and take them all the way through winter.
Vitamin, you heard it here. Vitamin D pills. Vitamin D pills, that's a good
secret.
Take a little bit of extra.
Yeah, because the sun is just disappearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have experience when I came from the bachelor first time. Like I was going to go to my first class, and that day it was so much snow. I think I heard that it was most snow from the last 10 years. And they actually recommend us, if you've never been walking into snow, like don't go to class. But I said, this is my first day. I'm not going to miss it. So I went anyway, and I was going through the stairs, and it was horrible.
Yeah, yes. And snowing in Gothenburg often turns into sort of slush, and it's just
Yes.
wet. And, yeah.
Slippery.
There's a slight moment of joy.
Yeah, exactly. It's a slight moment. Oh, snow! And then it's, sort of wet. Yeah, more of getting shoes that can take water.
Yeah.
It's a good tip.
Yeah.
Yes.
And not slippery.
Exactly, and something that's not slippery.
Yeah. We have another question from Sarah.
Thank you for the questions.
What are your favorite places in Gothenburg?
Oh.
I have picked a favorite. It's Delkön. It's a lake, sky, and the sun. So I can see the forest in front of me. It's a beautiful place, I would say.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed the swimming there this summer.
Exactly, Delkön, actually, very good tip. I often forget myself that Delkön exists, and it's so close to the city, and it's a beautiful lake.
Yes.
And a walk, you can walk around it very easily. And
it's a natural reserve there, so you can take a very quiet and calm walk for yourself.
Yeah, very true. And also, like you said, you can take a bath, you can go swimming there.
And canoeing.
I think they have canoeing. That's what you said?
Yeah, canoeing.
A lot of activities. A beach volleyball.
Yeah, exactly. And beach volleyball, as well. And right now is a perfect time to go swimming. No, it's not a good time, right? It's cold. It's going to be cold. But if you like going swimming in cold, then great. Then Delkön is a good tip.
Yeah.
Any other favorite spots?
I really like going to Eriksberg. There's a nice, very new river walk. And you can see the other side of the river, which is where the actual city is. You can see all the landmarks, and there's some cafes along. So it's a beautiful Sunday morning walk. I really love it.
That's very true. The river walk at Eriksberg is very nice. Karen, do you have any favorite?
I would say any cafe.
Any cafe.
Any cafe here. As long as I am with my friends, and we just like to talk a lot.
That's very nice.
You'll find
So one last question for all of you is for people like you who come here to study or to work, do you have any sort of advice for if there are people watching who are new students in Gothenburg? Could be anything, like a practical advice or
I would advise to start learning Swedish sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might not need it in order to get a job, but it does make your life easier to really get in and get to know some Swedes. For example, you might have an English job, so like all your work is done in English, but then you go to the fika room and all your colleagues speak Swedish. It's nice to know a bit of Swedish then.
Okay. So learning a little bit of Swedish.
At least a little bit.
Yeah.
Can go a long way.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, I would say just just go and have fun, like be part of the events or be a volunteer yourself. So just get to understand how the Swedish culture is and start the way of working. and when you get into the job industry, so you are quite easy and then take forward for that whatever you are learned.
Yeah.
So I would say just go and take part in all the or any events that you like.
Yeah.
That would be a good start.
Yeah.
So that's a good tip.
Good tip. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say that if you would like to work in a big company, there are so many chances that the university gives you to be in contact with them. So you just need to go into all the events, like you find the company that you want, and look for what events you can find them. Talk with them directly.
Yeah.
Just go with them, have a nice conversation, and they will tell you about the opportunities. Maybe they have a master thesis or maybe an internship.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
That's good advice. And also, don't forget the vitamin D pills.
Very important.
Very important, since we're that part of the year coming up now with a lot of darkness.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Karen, Sashit, and Lena for being part of this panel. And there's going to be more panels to come. But now we're going to a clip about some Swedish do's and don'ts. Okay, so that a little bit about Swedish do's and don'ts. I'm guilty to most of those things.
Yeah, as am I.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I've ever met my neighbors.
We're not joking either.
No.
Yeah, I met my neighbors, but I haven't talked to them that much. As you sort of guessed by this, our next panel is about sort of Swedish culture and Swedish behavior. And if you have questions, again, feel free. Susanna is by the computer, as you've been seeing. Happened to my English,
Yeah.
as you've seen, and also if you have examples of strange Swedish customs that you found curious, you can also type them in, and we can talk about them. And now to introduce this new panel, some guests to talk about Swedish cultures. We have Annalie, we have Abhilash, we have Ricky, and we have Nikhil. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, great to have you here.
Nice to be
So you watched this little clip here before? Is it
dead on?
Dead on. Is it recognizable to you?
Yes, definitely.
But I've become that person.
That really?
Yeah. I look outside the door, and I if someone's coming, I wait.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm actually the opposite. I actually tend to say hi, and that awkward silence is brilliant.
That is.
It is brilliant.
That is a wonderful side. So, how long have you been in Sweden? How long have you lived in Sweden?
I started.
Yeah.
I have been here for 5 years now.
5 years? Yeah.
11 years.
11 years?
Yeah.
About 5.5 years.
5.5 years?
Yeah. 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
So, a lot of years.
Yeah.
Here. So do you remember before coming here? Do you remember sort of what your
What you used to be like?
exactly? What did you before we turned you into this? No,
I was innocent.
Do you remember what your sort of impression of Swedes and Swedish culture, if you had any before you came here? Did you remember what that was? What was your sort of impression of what?
Oh yeah, I think
Swedes were like
cold. Kind of.
It was a cold place.
Yeah.
Oh, that the people were cold, sort of.
No, I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, no. The only thing I knew about Sweden was that the capital was Stockholm. But this was what I learned when I was in 5th grade. The capital is Stockholm, and that people wore clogs.
That we were clogs.
Yeah, wooden shoes.
Yeah, sure.
That's the only thing I knew
Stockholm
about
clogs.
Sweden. Yes.
I thought that everyone was like the Sami people,
Oh, that we
Whereas
were
almost
herding
like,
reindeer?
Yeah, exactly, like the Vikings, and everybody very tall and blonde.
Yeah.
Stereotypical.
I am sort of blonde, but very short.
I didn't know much at all either. Yeah, I to be honest, I don't think I knew. Like, I didn't think I had any impressions of Swedish people really. Like the most I knew about Sweden was like ABBA. Like that was my like go-to.
Ace of Base.
Yeah, exactly. And back then we didn't even have IKEA yet. Like IKEA came after I left India, then came here. So at least I didn't know.
No.
Like, I mean, that was not something that I connected either.
Yeah.
So it was just ABBA.
So
I thought everybody was just ABBA.
Basically, everyone was in plateau.
Yeah.
shoes and sort of spandex.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then a lot of my family thought I was going to Switzerland.
That is a very common.
Yeah.
I get that every time I go home.
Yeah.
Say, can I pick me up a watch?
but you've never heard the Sudan one.
The Sudan? No.
The Sudan one was the one that stumped me completely. Like, I heard somebody say, but you're living in Sudan. I'm like, what? The wrong continent.
That's just the S in the beginning, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's interesting. So when you first came here then, so what was sort of the first thing that stood out to you, like in comparison to your own country and culture? Like, what was something that was like, whoa?
Where are the dogs on the street?
The dogs in the street?
Where are the
there
dogs?
Dogs in the street?
Yeah, the goats, the dogs. They're all
No
they're all
animals in
not
the
here.
streets.
Well, at least I have to say there's like considerably less people here. So when I came to like Korsvägen, and then I was like, wow, this is the biggest, like, like the most crowded part of the town.
Yeah.
And I was very surprised. I was just looking around and I was like,
Where are the people?
there's no one here.
It's like empty.
So I came in like August, so it was like fall, so I missed the summer, like a little bit of more life, and then I came just in August and it was already fall. The city was kind of going down to sleep, and so it felt like,
Yeah, I think I noticed right away the perpetual grayness of the weather. Like, I think there was 2 weeks of rain when I arrived, and I thought, I guess this is it. Yeah, which it's not. The summer is lovely here. And that's actually something that's kind of neat. Is summer is short but intense because the days are so long and the sun is there, and people love it. Everyone's out in bikinis on the lawn, ready for it. And I love that. That's great.
Yeah, that's when we blossom.
Yeah, it's like you guys literally like sunflowers. Follow the sun.
People's faces in the sun.
Then we dig ourselves deep into the ground.
But talking about that, like for me was a really big impression when I went to the university and everyone was outside the library, like chihuahuas on the sun. They were just taking the sun.
Yeah.
And then now that's me, and I'm like, I'm a chihuahua now.
But there's also the one where the trucks stop. So cars, trucks, they all stop for you to cross the street.
Yeah, that's so nice.
That is, it blows my mind. Every time I'm at the edge of a street, the cars stop. And I'm like, this is a sport. I can stop cars. What superpowers?
Yeah. But for me, it was confusing at the beginning because I was like, should I go or not? Should I go? I keep watching the car, and the car is like, and I'm like, okay.
Became a standoff, like, who's going?
Exactly.
Yeah. That is interesting. Yeah, that's a big difference. Yeah, the traffic. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a question from Pauline.
Ooh.
Thank you, Pauline.
Thank you.
What do you think about the fika culture?
Big fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
Coffee, already addicted. My addiction has just risen
To sugar.
exponentially.
There you go, sugar on the table as well.
Yeah, and the buns.
Yum yum.
But maybe interesting is about like how you like as a foreigner, I can use my foreigner card to eat the last piece.
Yeah,
That's
thing,
right.
yeah.
Oh,
Because otherwise, nobody
That's a
wants to eat
don't.
the last piece. But then I'm just like, hey,
because that's something that Swedish people are very uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
Sort of like, who's going to take that last piece? Because you don't.
But you also end up cutting that piece like 15 times, and
yes,
it's
because
so tiny.
no one wants to take
Yeah.
the. Yeah.
We
Unless you're
actually-
American, then you just take it.
Yeah.
In my case.
We actually call it the Swedish piece, the last one. It's,
Really?
maybe it's just me and my friend.
But there's also the aspect of fika, how many different things you can use it for.
Yes.
Like you can use it for an informal chat with your boss about your salary.
Yeah.
You could also have that as a date. It could turn into a just friendly chat with friends. It could be. It has so many aspects to it. It's brilliant as well.
You could have a date fika and then right after have a fika with a friend to talk about the date.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
It's like a double fika.
Exactly.
That's true. It's very sort of versatile in that.
And for the people studying, I think that for me was great when you have the 45 minutes class and then the 15 minutes
Break.
fika
Yeah.
every hour. I gained 20 kilos.
No, but it's actually built into your schedule, which is mind-blowing sometimes, that you can actually have a 15-minute break for coffee and buns.
Yeah. That's how we work.
Exactly. So going back to the first question of when you first came here, since you really didn't have any sort of image of Sweden, what is now, after living here for quite a few years, what is sort of your image of Sweden now? Is it like, do you have a, except for fika?
Yeah,
obviously.
I mean, my image of Sweden is Gothenburg.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah. Okay. Gothenburg.
Lived here, but it's a good thing. I think Gothenburg is a very cozy place. I know the city, but I still find new stuff. Which is kind of amazing because it's not a massive town, but it has a lot of nooks and crannies to explore.
Exactly.
Like I just found a jazz club the other day that I didn't know existed, and I dig that. And so I think my view of Sweden as Gothenburg is nice. It's a comfortable place, actually.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you as well because Gothenburg, I feel like, is quite international. It's a port city, therefore you can find a lot of type of food and restaurant. The people are also like, even like the Swedes are super international minded as well. You don't have any problem with the language. I think that everything makes Gothenburg like quite appealing. It's just the weather. And, and then you just if there is a saying here, I don't know where, there is a saying that, you know the saying, I am talking with you guys, but it's not about bad weather, it's about bad clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
So
no bad weather, only bad clothing. Right?
exactly.
But yeah, I think I've also like really gotten a better appreciation of nature around. Like, you know, just like the fact that you live in town and you can like jog in 10 minutes and you're in like, like a woods or something like that. Like I've really come to appreciate that. And it's not something I even thought about before I left. So it's like, I mean, so close to the sea, you have the archipelago, then you can like run in the woods, you can go hiking and trekking. It's very cool.
I find this thing about Sweden the most interesting for me, the fact that you actually address everybody by first name. That's something that's not common for me where I come from India, and that's not common because obviously we come from a hierarchical society where I'm from, and here it's you talk to teachers, you talk to anybody, old person, young person, it doesn't matter, first name basis. So that means you get to argue with them in a way and learn from them, and they get to learn from you in a way that is not common otherwise. It's not easy otherwise. So you actually get to disapprove of their point of view, and then they have to come back with facts. And that's a very interesting thing for me as far as Sweden is concerned.
Yeah.
That's a very nice, a nice note to end on with this panel, being on first name basis with all of you.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for coming and talking a little bit about the Swedish culture with us. Now we're moving on to our next top tips. Our next 5 top tips. Now we're going to get some tips from Juuso.
Hi there, my name is Juuso Kuikka. I'm a medical student at Sahlgrenska Academy on the 3rd year. I've been in Sweden since August 2018. Now today I want to present to you my 5 tips on what to do in Gothenburg.
Juuso, hi. We're standing here in this beautiful park.
Yes.
Why are we here?
We are here because this is such a beautiful place, you know.
Yeah.
So this is a perfect place for people who want to take walks, picnics, to be running, to take care of your physical and psychical well-being. This is just an overall perfect place.
Great. So shall we take a walk then? So, Juuso, now we're here in this beautiful area with this pond. So why do you come here?
Well, this is the Slottsskogen forest in the heart of Gothenburg, and here there are lots of beautiful places to see. Here in the background we can see Villa Del Park, which is a restaurant where you can enjoy good food, good drink, great company, especially now in the darkening evenings of the autumn. So a very fantastic place.
Beautiful. And ducks, lots of ducks.
And lots of ducks, that's right.
So we're at this strange building. What is this?
This is, believe it or not, this is a sauna.
Ah, yeah.
Yes, and I'm from Finland, and when you come from Finland, sauna always follows you in your heart. And this building here is called Svettekyrkan, and it's a perfect place to experience sauna.
Juuso, we're in Haga, and where are we going now?
Now we are going to Cafe Husara, and that's a place where they sell the city's biggest cinnamon buns. And this is something that you can't miss. It's written in the law, so we must get going.
Okay, I can't wait. Okay, Juuso, we're on another street. Where are we going now?
Now we're at Andra Långgatan, and this is a street that's famous for lots of different pubs with different teams. You have one for Australia, one for France, one for England, lots of different places. Everything for everyone. This is really nice.
Great. Cheers.
Cheers.
Skål.
Skål.
Thank you, Juuso, for those top 5 tips. And more tips to come. But now it's time for the quiz.
It's quiz time.
Yes, and I can hardly see you. You can hardly see Susanna behind the prizes there.
Yes.
Yes.
This is the winner prize.
Yes, it's a beautiful mug and a beautiful tray and a notebook.
Yeah, and this is the runner-up prize.
Yes, it's also a beautiful mug and a notebook.
And a towel.
And a towel.
Is that right?
I think.
Yeah, towel.
Towel, I think.
Towel.
Yeah.
It's a towel.
Towel. Correct us if we're wrong.
Yes,
you can correct us in the chat. It's time for the quiz. And you're going to go into Menti now, again, menti.com. And you're going to be prompted to log in again. And the code is on top here, 38. And we see people already logging in. And please use your name when you log in so we can see you. And we see people coming in with different symbols. The code is 3802193. There's a lot of happy animals logging in.
Yeah.
and a goat and a cat and a bunny.
A ghost.
And a ghost. And burgers and an alien is logging in.
And a truck.
And a truck.
And a little caterpillar.
A caterpillar. Santa is logging in.
Oh.
We have Santa with us.
An alien.
Another alien. And snowflakes. And a banana. And a football. And a frog. I love frogs.
Yeah.
They're wonderful. We were just waiting for people to log in and the quiz to start.
Yes.
Yes. and a shoe, and a dragon, and a koala.
We both react.
And a fish, and another ghost. No? Yes? Oh, and a
king, queen.
And this is sort of like a rock on, and a watermelon, and hearts. Oh, love, sweet love.
I love how they're really cramped.
Yeah, they're all crowding in for the quiz. And a unicorn is also here. Welcome, unicorn. Welcome. There's is it a fox or is it no, it's a wolf, right?
Yes, foxes are red.
Oh, and a lion and a bear.
Yeah, can you find them all?
Can you find them all? And I think this is someone wondering what the hell we're doing.
Yeah.
What are Susanna and Anton talking about?
Yes.
And let's start the quiz, right? Is everyone here? Ooh, answer fast, you get more points. Gothenburg. What's the name of the city's biggest stadium that Bruce Springsteen played so loud that it burst back in 1985? Ooh. Old Ullevi, Old Valhalla, eller Valhalla? Oh.
Let's see.
Time's up.
Ullevi.
Oh. Ullevi, yes.
Yeah, it's quite difficult because there was New Ullevi, Old New Ullevi, New Old Ullevi.
New Old Ullevi. For a while there, you didn't really know what to call any of the Ullevis.
No, it was just chaos.
Ullevi. But now we know it's Old and Ullevi.
Yeah.
It's difficult even for people in Gothenburg to really know what to call the different Ullevis.
Yeah.
And 7 of you got that right. Now we come to the next question.
We see
the leaderboard. After one question, we have a leaderboard. Oh, the horse. I don't think that's a horse. That's a unicorn. The horse has a horn in it. The horse is leading. And then we have a shoe and Kenneth. And Amir is coming on 3rd.
Yeah.
No, 4th. Tim, Hamster Quinn, Justin, Jan, Sara Maria, and Mauro. Oh, the frog is... No, it's 0 points.
Oh.
I'm rooting for you, frog.
Are you playing favorites?
No, not at all. Now, question number 2. Let's see. The name Volvo comes from the Latin words volvere. What does it mean? I move, I rule, I roll, I'm safe. It still sounds like a TikTok dance.
Yeah.
I move, I rule, I roll, I'm safe. It was a tie. It was a tie, but I roll is the correct answer. 13 of you answered correctly there. I move and I roll. It's sort of similar. I can see why some people sort of was fooled by that answer.
Yeah.
The horse is still leading. No, but Santa Claus or Justin, he's the fastest. He's up very close.
Yeah.
And then Shoe and Abelash in the boat. Fina, the crocodile, Olivia, Kenneth, Taylor Swift is with us.
Really?
That is crazy. Taylor Swift is joined the competition.
I blush.
Oh, I did not know. I'm a big Taylor.
Yeah, and for those who missed the code, unfortunately, you can no longer participate or log in.
The question 3 of 15. Question 3. We have, what is the name of the cinema where the Gothenburg Film Festival is inaugurated every year? The dragon, the snake, the pig, the lion.
Very Game of Thrones.
Very Game of Thrones, yes. That's sort of the Nordic. Oh!
Yeah.
That was sort of very clear. 17 of you, the dragon, yes. Draken in Swedish, yeah.
Yes, by Järntorget.
Draken by Järntorget. Let's see here. The leaderboard comes up. Oh, it changed. Kenneth is coming up on 3, but we still have tight race with Horse and Justin.
Or Unicorn and Santa.
Still gonna claim that's a unicorn and Santa. And the frog has disappeared.
Oh,
but Dr. Evil is now also joined the fun. Question 4 out of 15. Let's see.
What do you get if you order a whole special?
A whole special.
Or a hel special?
2 sausages in one hot dog bread with mashed potato on top. 1 sausage in 1 hot dog bread with mashed potato on top. a hamburger with Swedish fallen sausage, a hamburger with ground. I didn't have time to read the last one, but it's 2 sausages in 1 hot dog bread with mashed potato on top of it. I don't think I ever had a whole special.
No, it feels like a half special is what people order.
Yeah, the whole special feels almost like too much.
Yeah.
But I'm not a good representative, maybe. If I'm wrong, if you're always eating the whole special out there,
tell us in the
chat. Horse or unicorn, still in the lead. Shoe is coming close. Shoe and unicorn. Very tricky.
Oh, but the unicorn there is for the quickest answer. I just learned.
That's the quickest answer.
No, I just kidded because it's...
No, that's as fast as Mariana.
Yeah, forget what I said.
Bran the Broken. Here we joined by Game of Thrones. Bran the Broken. Well, Bran the Broken, that's cheating because Bran, as we all know, can sort of see everything. That's not fair. And question 5. Let's see. Question 5. What colors are the trams in the city, which are also in the colors of the city arms and the nickname of the city's biggest football team? Green and black, red and blue, blue and white, yellow and black.
Good question.
Blue and white, that was easy for people. We do have a football team that's green and black.
Yeah, it's Guys.
Exactly, known as the Mackerels.
Yeah, we have one that is red and blue as well.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Öis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not sure what they're known as.
Öis.
They're known as Öis. Probably known as Öis. And let's see what happens after this question. Dr. Evil jumped up, but Unicorn Horse is still the fastest.
Unicorn.
Or no, not the fastest, but with the most points.
Yeah.
Hamster Quinn. And now question 6.
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you sit down to drink a coffee with some friends. What is it called in Swedish?
Supa, lura, lira, fika.
Yeah.
That was
it's fika.
That was fika. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
so maybe
we gave you
we
the
gave
answer.
it away a little bit. Yeah, that is typical Swedish.
Yeah, are you a fika guy? Do you like fika?
Fika guy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a thing, being a fika guy, but no, I like fika. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't use the word that often. I don't often say, "Should we go fika?"
No.
Sometimes, but not very.
What do you say instead? We have to talk about this, Anton.
Yeah, maybe should we have a cup of coffee? No,
Yeah.
but I don't drink coffee, so that's weird that I should say that. Have a cup of tea, and we're coming up on question 7. And typical Swedish. What day is the Swedes' Taco Tuesday? So which day do you eat tacos typically? Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday? I say every day.
Every day is Taco Tuesday.
Every day is Taco Tuesday. Well, it's
Yes.
17. Well, Tuesday it could be, but Fridays generally.
Yeah, and we call it fredagstaco.
Oh, yeah, fredagstaco.
So we change where the taco is. Taco Tuesday, fredagstaco.
Yeah, double change. Just both the day and
Yeah,
the placement of the word. Yeah. Yeah. And the shoe is getting a little bit closer. Dr. Evil has made a big jump.
Yeah.
That's frightening. And Santa Claus is coming up again. And Tim, the ghost there, Jean, is also pretty high up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting way too into this. Yes.
The leaderboard. Question 8.
Yeah, we're halfway through.
Yeah. And if the Swedes feel compelled to talk to each other, what is the most common topic of conversation? Politics, money, sports, or weather?
Or improv.
Or improv theater, if you talk to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was super easy.
You talk to Swedes.
You talk.
I can tell.
You've been talking to Swedish people.
Yeah, but it's been good weather today.
It's been very sunny.
Yeah, and cold, crisp.
Crispy cold. It's good with a crispy cold.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. And let's see what happens. Oh, we have a new leader. The shoe.
Yeah, I just realized the unicorn is the name.
Ah, yeah. It's the unicorn
Yeah.
name. And horse is the name. So exactly, it's not that picture of. So it's still a unicorn, but the name is horse. It's
so
confusing.
Yeah.
But still. And then Santa Claus Justin and Dr. Evil slipped down a step. Hamster Quinn went up. Question 9. Still on. As soon as we celebrate holidays, we set out a long table with different, mostly herrings and eggs, food. What do we call it? Kräftskiva, smörgåsbord, Swedish piñata, eller fika?
It's a good question.
It's a good question. I mean, kräftskiva is sort of similar.
Yeah.
I think you could probably find herring and eggs in a kräftskiva as well, because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
In every celebration. But smorgasbord is smorgasbord.
Smorgas.
I said it like the Americans say.
Yeah.
Smorgasbord.
Did you know that they actually use the word ombudsman in English as well? It's from Swedish.
Yeah, I've heard this.
Yeah.
Yes, smorgasbord and ombudsman.
Yeah, it's our contributions.
Horse took the lead again.
Oh.
And Jean came from nowhere to, well, not nowhere, but he came from below to rise up to 3rd place.
Yeah.
Dr. Evil and Justin slipped down a little bit. Olivia the crocodile is coming up. Question 10. Oh, this is getting exciting.
Only 5 left. What does the Swedish law called every man's right mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? The right to roam and camp on basically any land you want, the right to drink alcohol wherever you want, the right to fika whenever you want, the right to study for free on any school you want. Oh, that was also very clear what you thought. Exactly.
Yeah, it's actually a medieval rule.
A medieval rule.
Yes, it's old.
Thank you, Susanna.
Yeah.
That's the meaning of medieval.
Yes.
Old. It is old. It's an old rule. And John has taken 2nd place. Horse is slipping down.
Shoe is in the lead.
Well, not shoe. Well,
shoe unicorn.
Unicorn shoe. Yeah. Unicorn shoe. Shoe unicorn. Unicorn shoe.
A shoe with a horn.
A shoe with a horn. Oh, the 2017 Nobel Prize in Physics was presented with a cinnamon bun, a bagel, and a pretzel. Why? They are similar to the molecular machines the prize winners built. They explain the mathematics and called topology. They symbolize 3 categories of galaxies, and I didn't have time to finish the... Ooh, only 3 people knew the answer to that.
Whoa.
They explained the mathematics called topology. This was a difficult question.
Yeah, I thought it would be the last one. It was a hint of the...
Yeah, I was guessing the number 1.
Yeah.
It was basically... One, with that question, horse just jumped into the lead.
So intense.
It's very intense.
Yeah.
And Amir has also climbed. There's not many questions left.
No. Be quick.
Yeah, quick. How many years would it take to light travel from one end of our galaxy to the other? 100 years, 1,000 years, 100,000 years, 1 million years.
A lot.
A lot is our answer.
Yeah.
Because we are not physicists.
Yeah. 1 million years. 100,000.
100,000 years. I was guessing between that and 1,000, not a million.
No, I could see it being 1 million.
You could see it being 1 million.
Yeah. Oh, Olivia the crocodile.
A completely different set of... now people are going to change. No, not too much change, actually. I thought there were going to be a bigger change.
Yeah, it will be.
But
maybe.
It's very close in the top. It's very close in the top.
Question 13. How do you feel about the number 13?
The letter 13 I have no problem with. The number 13, no, I don't feel that, for me it's not, I don't see it as an unlucky number.
No.
I'm not sure if it's, most people do here in Sweden, but George, let me try, was one of the founders of the Big Bang Theory. He was an astronomer, but also an auditor, a Catholic priest, an artist, or a teacher. Ooh, I don't know this at all. Maybe an artist?
No, it's the priest.
It's the priest. You said it like you knew it.
No, I hoped it would be.
You hoped it would be.
Yeah, it felt like something very far off. Something that I didn't think.
And now we see some new players coming into the leaderboard. Basuda and Lucille was the fastest on that one. And question 14 out of 15. How many new species of fish were discovered in 2019? Wow. 2, 5, 17, or 70?
Oh, do you like fish?
Yeah, I like to eat it. No, I mean, I like to watch it as well.
Yeah.
17 new species of fish. That's a lot of, that's more than I thought in one, well,
there's a lot of ocean.
that's true.
Yeah, so I guess there could be a lot of fish.
We are scientists.
Yes, and happy to be so.
Oh! Now we have 2 new leaders. Fina is jumping to the top and Amir is taking second place.
Yeah, and we're going for the last question
Last question is very close. The 4 top ones is very close. And also, actually, the 5th is also, it's very, very tight. Very exciting. Ooh. 15 out of 15. What's this question? What percentage of our genes do humans share with a banana?
Oh.
With a banana? 0.05%, 0.5%, 5%, 50%.
I know what I hope for.
Yeah, sort of. I also... What is the right answer?
No.
50%? Is this accurate? 50%?
I won't be able to look myself in the mirror anymore.
I won't be able to eat a banana anymore.
No, cousin.
Yes, I don't want to eat you. You're part of me.
You're my
almost.
friend.
You're my friend. What happens in the leaderboard? What's going to happen? Amir is our winner.
Congratulations.
Amir. Congratulations, Amir. You will be the winner of this beautiful prize here, this beautiful mug with the tray and the notebook. And on second place, we have Horse. You win this beautiful mug here. So since you are 2 winners, you need to contact us so we know where to find you to give you your prize. So basically, you need to send us an email at unimeet@goteborg.com. And you can find that address on our homepage as well, but it's unimeet@goteborg.com. So Amir and Horse Unicorn, send us an email and you will receive your prizes.
Yes.
Lovely. So now we are going to have some new top 5 tips coming up. And these tips are from Ophelia. So thank you, Ophelia.
This is Ophelia coming from Shanghai, China. I'm a student in Gothenburg University. This is my 2nd year here in Gothenburg. Today I bring 5 top recommendations that you can follow to do in Sunday afternoon. So just follow our steps and see what's going on.
So Ophelia, we're standing here in this cool archway. Where are we going now?
We are coming to Café Magasinet. So my classmate, they recommend me this place, and it's really nice that you have bigger area and you can gather your classmates, your friends together. Mm-hmm. We were here actually to celebrate that the end of examination. Okay. It's so great.
Are you having food here or?
Yeah, you can find really nice cafe and breakfast, pizza for lunch. It's so delicious.
So, Ophelia, we're standing here in the middle of these clothes. Where are we now?
Yeah, this is my favorite second-hand shop that I really want to recommend. And it's located in Linnégatan, Björkfrihet. So, and in Gothenburg, you have to know this second-hand, really nice, sustainable concept. And you can find nice clothes, booths, and they have the book day. You can have many second-hand books as well.
Okay, Ophelia, now we're close to Götaplatsen in this beautiful room. Where are we now?
We are at the Bio Roy. So this is first opened in 1940. Now welcoming the customer to come watching their selective movies. And you can also find the recorded or live performing from Metropolitan New York and the National Theatre in London. It's really nice collections, and you can find its cozy area, so historical cinema.
That's nice. Shall we see if they got some tickets?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So, Ophelia, we're sitting here in this cozy restaurant now, and this is one of your favorites. What is this?
So this is Beijing 8, Beijing 8. You can find really authentic Chinese dumplings here, and I really like their very healthy way of cooking. So they steam the dumplings and steam the broccoli with very great garlic flavor. So it's a must taste. And they also have the shipping tea leaves from China directly, so you can have very great tea as well. Tea, and you must choose the greatest choice. They have Kockans val, means the chef's choice. So believe me, you won't regret.
Okay, that sounds great. Shall we try some?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So, Ophelia, we're now on this beautiful ferry ride across the river.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Yeah, this is a free trip of the boat that we can took from the city center to the other side of the river, Lindholmen. And there you can find the really green concept building and Vision of Dawn, and also the iconic red building, Kogen, which is the Library of Chalmers and the GU IT faculty. During the weekday, usually only the students there, they can go in, but other time you can go as a public open time and find your really comfortable, cozy co-working space. They have projector as well to provide. Yeah, so you can also check their website, so to find their seminars to attend, or just enjoy a really nice coffee inside of this glass bar with the sunshine and do some lovely reading.
Thank you, Ophelia, for those tips. And now we're back at Menti, actually, to ask another Menti question. So log into menti.com, and the code is 3478856. And you see it on the screen as well. And the question is what?
What is your favorite interest?
Yeah, so this is good just to see what interested people have.
Yeah. And you can tip people about your interest at hashtag Unimeet Sharing.
Exactly. And so what are your interests?
Improv.
That's the only thing we're interested in.
Yeah. No, I have other interests. I like reading. Fantasy and crime novels. Really, I'm Swedish. I only read crime novels.
Crime novels and fantasy.
Yeah, how about you, Anton?
I do actually like American football and sports, music.
Oh, music, it's...
I half sort of follow Green Bay Packers. It's an American football team. And food, I really enjoy food.
Photography?
Yes, I do enjoy photography as well. Yeah. Especially analog, digital is fun, but analog, old photography is fun. House plants. I wish I was good in house plants. They keep dying.
House plants. I thought you said house plans.
Oh, house plants.
Just planning for a new house.
Just planning for houses. I do like that, though.
Yeah.
I recently moved into a new apartment with my my girlfriend.
Yeah, with the blue door?
Yes. That was my apartment, actually, in that video. Hiking is nice. That's a big one for a lot of you. Music is still reading and travel. Playing games.
Yeah, do you have a favorite game?
Oh, a favorite game.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee. No, I'm not sure if I have a favorite game. Oh, it's called Dixit.
Oh, I love
It's a board
Dixit.
game called Dixit.
Yeah.
Check it out. You don't have to. You can play it without. There's
cards.
Yeah, there are cards and.
Yeah.
Check Dixit out. It's
Yeah.
going to take forever to for us to explain Dixit, but it's a great game.
Yeah.
So we're now we're gonna go over to our next panel, and so this is a panel about Unimeet, because maybe you don't know what is Unimeet, who is Unimeet, where is Unimeet? Well, here tonight is Unimeet, but here to tell us more about Unimeet are Cecilia and Madeleine. Welcome. So
thank you, Anton.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, and thank you for having us here.
Yes.
We should say thank you to you. Yeah, because you have been arranging this evening.
Yes,
We have.
we have with all these fantastic people.
Yeah, it's been a
panel,
great evening.
you and really great evening.
Yeah.
I would say.
Did you take part in the quiz?
No, we didn't.
Because you
didn't have
knew the answer.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's good that you didn't cheat.
No.
I like that. Yeah, it's been a great evening. And so, like I said, right, to introduce this panel, maybe people don't really know what Unimeet is. So, Cecilia, can you explain a little bit?
Of course. Unimeet, we are a platform where we create social and culture activities, meeting places, and networking with the industry for all international researchers and students. And it's also collaboration between Chalmers, University of Gothenburg, and the Trade and Industry Group at Gothenburg Company.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So, anything special, interesting coming up that you want to?
It's more like what I would like to say is that we have been arranging activities for many years for the international students and researchers, and we would like you to take the opportunity to explore Gothenburg and the surroundings together with us at Unimeet's activities, where you can meet new friends and fellows.
Yeah.
And also, of course, we're having very in common with the industry a career day that we are arranging. Networking, and it's exclusive for international students and researchers, where you can meet the companies from the region of Gothenburg, and you can find out what kind of work opportunities or theses or things like that. So you get a personal contact with them. That's something new that we want to create and invite you to.
And if you want to know more about this career day, where can you find information?
Yes, you can find the information at our webpage, unimeetgothenburg.com.
Nice.
So really hope you to look into that.
Cool. And Madeleine, are you planning anything else for the rest of the fall? What's coming up, sort of?
Yes, we are actually planning a Halloween geocaching event that will take place in a few weeks. During 1 week, you can do this event whenever you want, with whomever you want. It's going to be really nice. It will be all over the city, and we will put out some geocaches for you to find, and it will be really interactive and yes, sort of like a challenge also. So look into that. It's going to be really fun.
Okay, so and if people want to sort of follow you and follow what's these activities that's going to happen, the geocaching or the career day, or anything basically, all the activities that you are going to do in the future, how do people follow you? The homepage?
Yes, we put all of our activities and all information that we have on unimeetgothenburg.com, as well as our social media pages. We're on Facebook and we're on Instagram as well. So look for Unimeet Gothenburg and you'll find us, and follow us there, because we are arranging some mainly digital activities during this fall.
I see. And do you have any personal Gothenburg tips? Any tips about places to go? Your favorite place in Gothenburg, or anything?
Yeah, my favorite places would probably be around Järntorget, Andra Långgatan, and also I like Magasinsgatan, as we've seen previously during this evening. I also like to stroll around in Haga. So I guess we've seen a lot of those places.
The same for me. Slottsskogen is a fantastic place where you can do so much.
Yeah.
You can bring your friends, your own picnic, go mini golf, and you can stroll around and
it's a beautiful, huge park.
Absolutely. Yeah. And also on the other side of the river at Hisingen, I think also lots of nice places to visit.
Yeah.
And I would also like to say that we are cooperating with lots of companies in the city, like the Opera House, museums, and of course Museum of World Culture, and other places like sports clubs. So we hope to can arrange lots of activities later on.
Okay, great.
As well.
Thank you for telling us more about this, and you know more where to find more information about Unimeet and upcoming activities. So we also want to remind you that if you have, we've been giving you our tips, and our guests have giving you their tips. But if you have ideas, tips of places to go, you can use the hashtag UnimeetSharing to let everyone else know what you're doing and your favorite spots in the city or around the city. So now it's been a wonderful evening. I mean, thank you so much for joining us for this evening.
Yeah, and thank you for being with us in the comments.
Yeah, in the chat. It's been great. It's been be able to interact with you in the ways we've been able to, since you're not here with us. It's been a great evening. We had a lot of fun. We hope you had a lot of fun. And we sort of want to end this as in the same way we started it, with a little bit of improvisation. So we going to welcome back on stage Nikhil and Ricky. Yeah, welcome.
Hey.
Let's move these tables.
Sure.
Yes.
Great idea.
Yes. Let's move it out of the way.
Okay.
So you also are familiar with improvisational theater.
We've given it a go twice.
So we thought we'll do an improv game here for you to close out the evening. And this is a simple improv game. It's called Character Freeze. And basically we're going to play a scene, and the people who are not playing, who's on the outside, can say freeze, and then tag out one of the players and go in and create a new scene. And we're going to keep the same characters. So whatever character I am in the first scene, I'm going to be the same character the rest of the game, and same for everyone else. So it's basically 4 characters interacting in different ways.
Yeah.
We see their different relationships. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So we heard a lot of different spots, different places. Where do we want this scene to start?
Oh.
Haga.
Yeah,
strong choice.
Strong choice. Haga. A lot of coffee shops.
Yeah.
So 2 people can start, and the rest of us can stand aside.
I would like a big bun, please.
Bun? One big bun?
Yes, the biggest bun you have. It's in the law you have to eat a big bun.
Oh, yes, absolutely. But you said you want the biggest bun.
Yes, I do want the biggest bun.
Oh, boy. Okay. Are you sure you want to do this?
Do I have to eat it all by myself?
Yes, absolutely. Doctor.
Oh, no. The table broke. It's so heavy.
Now it's on the floor.
Freeze. Oh, my lovely, lovely sister.
Yes.
You brought me this beautiful cup.
Yes. It's with motives of Gothenburg.
I see you've been to Haga again.
Yes.
You really should stop going there.
Yes,
You're
I
there
know.
all the time.
Yes.
It's almost like you're addicted.
I'm not. I can stop whenever I want to. You don't know me. You're not my dad.
No, I'm your brother.
Freeze. Oh, Howdy, partner.
Howdy.
I'm looking for a street around here. I think it's called Andra Long.
Yes.
Gatton.
Andra Långgatan.
You know, what was that? God bless you. Where is it?
Andra Långgatan is, well now...
no, Andra Long Gatton.
Andra Långgatan, yes.
I think I'm hearing a little...
Dude,
yeah.
You want to buy a bun?
You got buns?
I got big buns.
What kind of buns you got?
Cinnamon buns.
Cinnamon buns?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Coconut buns.
Coconut buns?
Yeah.
What else you got?
Cinnamon coconut buns.
Put them together.
Please.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can you stand a little bit further away from me in this tram? It's just, it's an empty tram. You can go anywhere you want.
Oh, but you're a little bit warm, and it's a cold day out today, the gray skies and all. I just thought it'd be nice to be a little closer to my fellow man.
Oh, my God. Are you touching me right now?
Freeze. No, I don't want to show you where the Andra Långgatan is. I want to point you in the right direction.
Andra Långgatan, come on, we're gonna go together.
No.
You're my guide now.
Okay.
I really love having you here.
Can I be a guide, just maybe over here, just pointing you in the right direction?
Oh, sure. You can help me point.
Yeah. That's right.
Yes.
That's the spot.
She went there?
She went there.
I'm sorry. My sister, I told her not to come here anymore. It's a beautiful...
Psst, baker. You want to buy a bun?
Well...
This Poseidon statue,
yeah.
I made it out of cinnamon rolls.
You made the whole Poseidon statue out of cinnamon rolls?
Yeah, I stole the actual statue, and now it's just cinnamon.
That's amazing. I'm afraid I don't have any money, but I can pay you with this banana.
I take it.
That's the only thing I have.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, is it okay if I...
Freeze! Oh, that's good. You're getting your vitamin Ds. That's important.
Now listen, I don't want any trouble. Those buns were sold to me at a nice price.
Really?
Yeah, what are you planning on doing with that banana in your hand?
I'm gonna mush it in your face.
Oh, please don't.
If you tell the cops.
The cops?
About the cinnamon
buns on the black market here in Haga.
Yeah.
Haga.
Now, what did you say about Håkan Hellström?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
He's great. He's a very nice artist.
Yeah, we all love Håkan Hellström.
Yes.
Don't say anything bad about him. This has been the Unimeet Welcome Evenings. Thank you so much for signing up and joining us this evening. Have a great continued fall here in Gothenburg, and we hope to see you soon again.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Drive safe if you're driving. Bye.